Flowers blooming in February. Allergens back, could be the warmest day of the year. How much effect could rain have on the pollen? Up next.
Plus, improving your child's test scores. A popular program is expanding in Knox County. How you can get involved. And a hotspot in downtown Knoxville becoming more accessible for everyone. We'll tell you about the new changes.
From your local trusted news source, WVLT News starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for WVLT News at 9 o'clock. I'm Olivia Calfee. Get out the layers this morning, but you won't have to keep them for long. Let's get to meteorologist Ben Cappy. Ben, I'm doing a little bit of a happy dance today because I enjoyed it yesterday, but man, am I excited to go outside again
I was
today.
expecting more enthusiasm. Can we work on
I need the happy dance.
Let's just do that for the next hour. Olivia's happy dance. Let's talk about the allergens, though. It is possibly the warmest day of the year. It's not weeds season or grass pollen or mold season necessarily, but trees are coming back. Alder, juniper, and maple. What a beautiful day in the Smokies. If you turn this camera around, there's still a little bit of snow at Ober. People were skiing and snowboarding when it was 70 yesterday. So temperatures are all over the place. They were below freezing. A lot of you have just risen 15 degrees in the past 90 minutes. How about that? Your Wednesday backyard planner got to go to a patio yesterday after work. It was a great day. Once the sun goes out, it will be cooler, not as cold as we had last night because the clouds will start to arrive this evening in advance of rain, which comes in for the morning and especially late morning into the lunch rush. Right around 9 to 10, I think, is the best window at Knoxville. We'll walk you through the rainfall amounts and next week's storm coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia. More happy dance.
All right, Ben, not quite the happy dance for traffic. Taking a live look, I-40 at Walker Springs, there was a multiple vehicle crash in those eastbound lanes earlier this morning. And we're still seeing some slowdowns in that area. Currently, that right shoulder, right lane blocked. We'll take a look at the map. You can see some of the slowdowns on I-40 this morning, eastbound, maybe a little bit of stop and start in the westbound lanes as well. And as far as the morning commute hotspots go, some slowdowns in there. One area, I-640 west at Western Avenue. You can see certainly not up to speed just yet. We'll take a quick look at the drive times if you're traveling on I-640 west from 75 to 40. About a 7-minute drive right now, that average speed 29 miles per hour. I'm not tracking a crash in that area, but definitely still seeing some of those slowdowns. Man faces more than a decade behind bars after a police chase that ended in a crash. Last summer, the Knox County Sheriff's Office pulled over a motorcycle driver, 36-year-old Buddy Livesay, on Eddington Road in South Knoxville. He later drove off and crashed near Vestal Baptist Church before running into the woods nearby. Officers recovered 2 guns he was carrying. The suspect reportedly told officers he had warrants out for his arrest in Indiana and was a convicted felon. He will be sentenced in April and faces up to 12 years in jail. And today, a somber anniversary. It's been 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home in Hendersonville. The 15-year-old teen with autism was reported missing a year ago today. Since then, hundreds of tips have poured in, but there's been no confirmed sightings or strong leads. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office says efforts to locate Sebastian have not stopped. An active Amber Alert still on for the missing teen. If you know anything, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. And this morning, deputies are still looking for a Knox County man who's been missing for nearly a week. Take a look at your screen. The Sheriff's Office says Jairo Martinez Jr. was last seen Thursday, leaving his home on Berry Basket Drive. Deputies announced he was missing nearly 24 hours ago. They say he may not be able to get back home safely. If you know anything or know where he is, call the Knox County Sheriff's Office. We have that number inside your WVLT News app. And TDOT is responding to a new report that says there's a massive road repair backlog. $38 billion of work is needed. That's from a state commission. The agency says with inflation, that number is only growing. TDOT says since 2012, there has been a significant decline in road quality. The goal is to have at least 50% of roads in good condition, which is a number we just dipped below, and drivers say they're noticing.
I've never known our roads to be this bad, especially Briley. It's a lot of potholes over there, a lot of uneven areas.
Potholes is an issue I know that we have been seeing a lot lately. TDOT says the max number of bridges in poor condition in any state should be 6%. Tennessee's is at 4%. Governor Lee's proposed budget includes more than $1 billion for TDOT with an extra $80 million every year. If approved, part of the money would go towards bridge and road repairs and adding more litter, mowing, and TDOT help crews. A program is trying to make parents' lives just a little bit easier, and it's only growing. The Parents as Teachers program plans to reach even more families. Our Aaron Rogers joins me in studio this morning. Aaron, talk about what help this program provides.
Yeah, it's really everything from potty training to reading. The program essentially pairs a family with a parent educator, someone who will come to the family's home and help them with learning activities, reading comprehension, and even more. The goal of the program is to give children a head start before starting school and to create a strong support system, not only for the child, but for the family as a whole. It's making a huge difference in children's lives and families. The Knox County Health Department says they've seen big changes in the children that have been in the program.
One of the big things about this program is it's relationship based. And again, even though we have evidence-based research, we aren't the experts. The parents are. They're the ones that are definitely the experts of their children.
And because of that success, the department wants to expand the program. The health department is looking to double their staff of parent educators. They're hiring several new candidates, and you can find out how to apply or become part of the program inside your WVLT News app, which is some cool and good news.
Yeah,
for
I think that this
families.
program is so interesting, and I'm sure a lot of parents would agree. Of course, I don't have children of my own, but whenever you're a first-time parent needing that help, that assistance in the home, I mean, I can only imagine the impact that it's making. And of course, with the growth.
Absolutely. And the health department told me, you know, a lot of parents are kind of uneasy. They don't know, especially if their kid needs help or not. And she said, just try it. It's free. It's up to you. So just pushing people to try it out. So all of that's inside your WVLT News app.
Yeah, and I love that they say the parent is the expert and they're just there to help. I think that's very true and amazing. They know their kids. So great program, doing great things. Aaron, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, life-saving devices now in every school across Campbell County. The Sheriff's Office says school resource officers are now equipped with AEDs. These devices are meant to increase chances of survival for someone experiencing sudden cardiac arrest. The Sheriff's Office says the devices were provided through grant money. And a new bill would put feminine hygiene products in schools across the volunteer state. This is called the Menstrual Hygiene Products Accessibility Act. It would require schools to provide feminine care products at no charge in all women's and girls' bathrooms, locker rooms, and with school nurses. If passed, it would take effect this summer. And there's also a push to make feminine hygiene products tax-free during our state's tax-free holiday. During tax-free weekend, clothes, school supplies, and computers are tax-free, only for certain limits though. This year's tax-free holiday is Friday, July 25th through the 27th. Well, new this morning, a popular spot in downtown Knoxville becoming more accessible for everyone. Yesterday, a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Cal Johnson Community Center for several accessibility upgrades. There's now a new sidewalk connecting the community center, picnic area, playground, and basketball courts. A new set of stairs was also added that connects the courts to the center's parking lot. And in a couple of weeks, it will cost more to park on streets in downtown Knoxville. You'll also have to use an app to pay for parking. Now, this is part of the city's new revised downtown parking plan, bringing higher rates and a new payment system. Parking times will get shorter and they'll cost more. We talked to a woman who works downtown, and she says it's going to cost quite a bit more for her.
Going from $55 to $60 a month to $140 a month at minimum until I can get a monthly parking spot in a garage. So it's just kind of ridiculous. I don't know how they expect like downtown employees to be able to afford parking.
Now, there will still be free parking on nights and weekends, with one exception. There will be a $3 flat fee for the Market Square garage from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. Crews will start replacing signs this weekend. That change begins on March 10th. WVLT proud to be your official station of the Vols. My goodness, the Vols picking up another big SEC victory on the road. Number 5 ranked Tennessee defeated LSU in Baton Rouge last night. That score 65-59. The Vols dominated most of the game from start to finish. Tennessee now 23-5 on the season. The Vols are heading back home, though, to take on number 6 Alabama for a big game this Saturday. Tip-off at 4 o'clock at Food City Center. And switching over to baseball, the number 3 ranked Vols continuing their undefeated streak. They took down North Alabama 7-5 at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. The big story in this one, junior pitcher A.J. Russell making his return to the mound after having surgery in the offseason. He only played in the first inning where he struck out all 3 batters he faced. But up next for the Vols, a trip to Houston for 3 games in the Astros Foundation College Classic. That all starts on Friday at 4:05. Meanwhile, spring training underway for the Atlanta Braves. The Braves getting wins over Boston Red Sox and the Pittsburgh Pirates yesterday, with more games coming up this weekend. And coming up tomorrow, you can watch Braves spring training baseball on Tennessee Valley Sports and Entertainment Network. That's pretty cool. Scan this QR code for a full list of channels. You can catch it starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow night on MyVLT. 9/11 now. Cleanup continues after massive flooding in Kentucky. This morning, a story of how quick thinking saved hundreds of lives at a nursing home.
One of the warmest days, if not the warmest of the year. It's going to have you outside. High clouds are back later, light rain, and then a beautiful weekend. We also got the details about storms next.